By the time it reaches western Florida, the storm could become a hurricane, bringing winds of up to 90 miles per hour and causing storm surge and flooding, forecasters said. Florida is bracing for Tropical Storm Idalia, which formed on Sunday and could strengthen to a hurricane in the next 2 to 3 days, forecasters said. Idalia, the latest named storm of the 2023 Atlantic hurricane season, also threatens to bring heavy rains to Georgia and the Carolinas, forecasters said. Jamie Rome, deputy director of the National Hurricane Center, said in an update on Sunday that residents in the Tampa, FLA, area should expect strong winds by Tuesday morning, adding that storm preparations should be completed by Monday night. This portion of the Florida Peninsula is very storm surge vulnerable, he said of the northwest part of Florida. It will not take a strong system or a direct hit to produce a significant storm surge. He said the storm could become a hurricane by the time it reached western Florida on Tuesday, with projected winds of up to 90 miles per hour. Idalia threatens to strengthen in the Gulf, but forecasters are not sure exactly how quickly or by how much it will strengthen. The Florida Division of Emergency Management told residents to keep their gas tanks halfway full in case emergency evacuation orders were issued. Gov. Ron DeSantis of Florida signed an executive order on Saturday declaring a state of emergency in 33 counties in preparation for the storm. I encourage Floridians to have a plan in place and ensure that their hurricane supply kit is stocked, he said. The Hurricane Center, in an advisory on Sunday when the storm was still designated as a tropical depression, noted that from Tuesday into Wednesday, parts of the west coast of Florida, the Florida Panhandle, and southern Georgia could get up to 6 inches of rain, with higher isolated totals of 10 inches. There is an increasing risk of life-threatening storm surge, flooding from heavy rainfall and hurricane-force winds along portions of the west coast of Florida and the Florida Panhandle beginning as early as Tuesday, the center said. Heavy rainfall was also expected to spread into portions of the Carolinas Wednesday into Thursday, the center said. Heavy rainfall was also expected to spread into portions of the Carolinas Wednesday into Thursday, the center said. It was not immediately clear how severe the effects would be in Georgia and the Carolinas, so residents there should watch the forecast closely, Mr. Rome said. The number one rule of this column is not to pull the fire alarm unless there is a fire. Idalia is a fire. I'm pulling the alarm. More damaging and less damaging outcomes remain on the table, but the eastern Panhandle, Big Bend, and west central Florida coasts are at serious risk of surge, wind, and rain impacts from a potential major hurricane landfall Wednesday. Preparations to secure life and property should start now in these areas. As of midday Sunday, Idalia is located in the far northwestern Caribbean Sea, about 50 miles offshore the Yucatan Peninsula. Maximum sustained winds have increased to 40 miles per hour. Meandering movement is expected through early Monday, at which point Idalia will begin to edge north into the Gulf of Mexico. Slow but steady intensification is likely through the day on Monday, and Idalia will likely be at or nearing hurricane intensity by early Tuesday. Several key developments over the weekend have increased the severity of the Florida threat. Most critically, Idalia has organized more quickly than models and forecasters anticipated, becoming a tropical depression on Saturday rather than the Sunday or Monday time frame that seemed more probable last week. Idalia's circulation also developed over water rather than partially or fully over the Yucatan Peninsula, which would have delayed strengthening until it entered the Gulf.